You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
I don't know about you, but I need me some more of that grit and grace. Where are you at, Jennifer and Merideth?
Where you at? Good night. Okay, we're back and firing off on all cylinders now. So sorry there was like a 3 minute of Crazy Town in that last segment, but thank y'all so much for sticking with us. While we figure out the technical difficulties, we're back. And yes, right before the break and the chaos, we were discussing, of course, our Share the Sweetness, but we are ready now, I think, to switch gears. Are you ready, Mama?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you ready? We're gonna, again,
Merideth's harp.
I love this harp, but for real, I paid $10 for somebody that could come bring a harp and do it live for me. Actually, you just have to come once. We'll record you and then bada boom, bada bing. Of course, you only get $10 at one time. I'm not gonna give you $10 every week.
And that's why you have not gotten a harp player in here.
It's just so cute.
Because they're not gonna take $10.
Oh, they're not?
No.
All right, well, I tried. Okay, so I'm not upping my game. I mean, I am a frugal Freddy, right? Okay, so Share the Sweetness, or Dreamland.
Yes.
Where are you going to?
I am headed off to New Zealand.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, so what made you think of New Zealand? Because, of course, geographically challenged, grew up in HISD, don't judge, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so difference between Australia and New Zealand? Go, Encyclopedia.
New Zealand is 900 miles east of Australia.
I totally put her on the spot with that question, and she knew it.
Well, I did my research.
Oh, okay.
So, but they have some really beautiful national parks.
Yeah.
And they're all different. Some are beachy, some are mountainous, some are kind of lagoonish, tropical, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
They were one of the last lands to be settled by humans, and so because of that isolation, they have a really diverse array of animal and plant life.
Oh, I love that. So what do you think you would do there? Like, what would be one of your first pit stops? Or, I wouldn't say pit stops, but what would be one of your first go-to that you would try to do there?
Well, I would probably go to the national parks.
National parks?
Yeah.
See, and now, is it safe to assume there's koala bear and kangaroo action there, or am I mixing my countries?
I think you might be mixing your countries.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what animals are indigenous to.
And she knows big words.
New Zealand.
I love it.
I will look that up for you.
Thank you.
Get back to you. Yeah.
I am curious. Yes, I am. Which is kind of funny because if you know me, I am not a fan of water you can't see through. So I would like to think I would explore the New Zealand and Australia area, but I'm not entirely sure because, again, there's just so much possibilities. What's under there? What's going on? But I'd love to see the reefs, coral, from a distance, the animal life, put me in a bubble kind of thing.
Yes.
Because I've always wanted to even try now. I don't know if they're indigenous, but the stingrays. Have you ever petted a stingray?
I have, yes.
What did you think?
It was actually kind of rough.
Was it?
Yeah, the top is
a little gritty,
almost like sandpaper. Have you ever touched a shark?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, I have.
How? When? How? What? How?
Same kind of concept in a little. I mean, it was a small shark.
Oh yeah. I dissected a shark in middle school.
Well, then you should still know what it feels like.
Yeah, that's true. That was a long time ago, though.
But
it was a little one.
Okay, for the records, New Zealand, indigenous to New Zealand, the kiwi bird is the nation's sweetheart.
Is that like the toucan? No, I'm kidding. I kid. Sorry.
Okay, I'm like, no, it's not. Hector's dolphin, the lesser short-tailed bat. Whoa, what happened here? The kiwi bird, the short-tailed bat, Hector's dolphin. They are the world's smallest dolphin species. The Kia, which is the only alpine parrot in the world.
Like
Hamilton's
the Kia car thing?
frog.
She just educates
No,
us.
K-E-A.
Oh, K-E-A.
Yeah. They're cheeky parrots, apparently. They're very cheeky.
cheeky. See, that's so cute because that reminds me of what you said about the accents. Because when we spoke last night,
Yes,
you
yes,
mentioned
yes.
the New Zealand, and I was just like, oh, I was just speaking to really one of our suppliers out of Australia, and it was just so hard because I told you about my bad habit, which I've gotten better at for many years, is when someone speaks to me in an accent that I really fight speaking back to them in the accent. Ironically, I can't do accents well, so it always ends up sounding like Jamaican or really weird British. But so when he was speaking to me,
That's so funny because my dad almost always sounds Austrian, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting visions now of him
It's
being
hilarious.
like, hello. I'm going to have to put him on the spot. And I don't know why that was supposed to. See, that was my impersonation of Austrian. It's so poor. Gosh. Okay, so you were saying that you too I'm not alone here, right? Like you do it as well. It's not just me, the accent thing, right? If someone with you has an accent around you,
No.
sometimes it's tough not to just replicate some of the words or anything like the cheers and everything.
Crystal, my personal Aussie, she's gone back to Oz now, but anyway, when she was here, and it's really simple things like the way that she would say, "No, I know." I would find myself after hearing her and having a conversation that I would want to say it the way she did. So it'd be like, "I know."
Oh, heavy
instead
emphasis.
of like, "Oh, I know." It was like, "Oh, I know."
Oh, that's kind of like Christine Kane, how she goes, and that's awesome. Or it's awesome. No, see, I can't even do it. But the way she's like, awesome. In the way, never mind. Yeah. So.
Anyway, it's just little things that I would pick up in a conversation,
Yeah. So the no is the one, right?
Well, that's the first thing that pops in my head.
When I hear somebody be like, I know, it reminds me of Friends, and my girl Rachel would be like, I know. Not the same, I guess. Okay. All right. Well, very cool. So New Zealand, eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
No.
No. Dang it. Okay. See, I'm going to just keep striking out. All right. I'm going to stay domestic this week.
Oh!
Surprise.
Shocker!
I know. She always rags on me because
Where are you going?
I don't travel abroad enough. I'm going to go to Arizona. And I will tell you why.
That's a good destination.
Yes. Well, the pictures seem beautiful, right? And they don't recognize the daylight savings, which is kind of funny. It's kind of like a state, a rebellious state.
Okay.
Time-wise. That's kind of my rebellion. I'm so square, so that's perfect for me. And then also there happens to be an event going on there this weekend that a colleague told me about, and she's actually at, which had me intrigued. We've got any golfers out there? I don't even know what the golf thing is called, but it's like apparently.
PGA?
Well, I don't. It's one of the big golf
Masters.
I don't know what it's called. I gotta look it up. But it's considered the biggest party golf weekend.
Okay.
Now, when you hear those terms, it sounds semi-oxymoron, right? Party golf. Mm-hmm. But then, luckily for the grace of Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore, we can kind of start wrapping our heads around that concept. And apparently, that's exactly. It's like the Kentucky Derby of the golf world. It begins that way and then becomes like sloppy party town. So much that apparently Tiger Woods will not play it because it's so loud, so rambunctious and crazy. Now, I have golfed a few times in my life. So I'm privy to a little bit of it, not a lot, because, obviously I hit one instructor, get kicked off the course, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we don't need to go there. But I would love to partake. Wouldn't it be funny to watch, like, everybody come in all fancy and looking nice with their nice hats and everything, and then by the end of the day, they're just, like, totally hugging the tree and falling down?
Do you think that they really wear the big hats and stuff at the golf tournament?
I don't know. Okay, maybe not, but they look all pretty and fancy. So, oh, look, she's looking it up. Yeah, but apparently it's the party weekend, so she is there. And, of course, this is how our conversation goes, because she happens to be a bit younger than me. She is awesome, 25-year-old young lady. Erin, shout out, thank you. I'm always telling her she's teaching her elders, which is awesome. And so she's the one that filled me in because she's going there. And she's like, apparently it's like a party weekend and blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, oh my gosh. So, she kind of filled me in, and that's when I got all fascinated about the idea of Arizona, not to mention the beautiful look and everything, but particular this party weekend, because I am a people watcher, and that would be really fun for me. And give me a golf cart. I mean, hello.
The Phoenix Open?
The Phoenix Open.
Okay.
That's what it is. Thank you, Mama. So then we go about our work or whatever, and about 10 minutes later, I was like, ooh, Erin, you got problems, though. And she was like, what? I was like, Super Bowl, what are you going to do? And she's like, I know. And this is so funny because I remember being in my 20s. She's like, okay, so this is the plan. I asked my boyfriend, and she said, we're going to touch down on Sunday, and right now we don't have plans, but I'm prepared for us to have to go to a friend's house. And I was like, ooh, you're really doing, like, extravaganza. So I think I'll see a few tired eyes on Monday. Not too tired. I mean, she's 25. She could totally probably hang. I mean, when I was 25, I don't know. But anyway, it's going to be, I think, an extravaganza weekend for them. So yeah. I am thrilled for him, living vicariously. I told her to please take some pictures. I want some before and after, both of her, but also the people around him. So
right.
I look forward to that on Monday, kind of getting in tune with the kiddos, things they do.
Anything else about Arizona?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That you want to see?
Probably, we have a couple offices there, so I'd like to see my colleagues, drive around. I don't really know much about, anything else because I was just thinking of the party weekend. I know, I'm pretty zoomed in on that. But, yeah, Arizona, changing it up. I hear it's a little bit more dry. I'm sure there's more of a southwestern feel. Not my personal style, the Santa Fe. I know that's more New Mexico, but I feel like it's a little bit sprinkled in Arizona for some reason. I don't know why. It's just me. But anyway, yeah.
Do you have any desire to see the Grand Canyon?
Oh, yeah. Oh, good point.
Oh, girl.
I love you too. Tthank you for calling me out on my ignorance. Yes, I definitely want to see the Grand Canyon and really walk, go on a hike, on an actual hike. Not
down
walking.
The canyon?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that would be great. You go down in. Now, I think it's you have to, more or less, you need to make sure you're with somebody because it actually can get pretty crazy out there. Or, if making sure you don't.
My boss's son did his Eagle Scout.
Qualifier or whatever?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, they hiked the South Rim, I think. They hiked down in and had to come back up.
See, and that's so cool because when, I think of hiking, Fantasyland hiking, that's what I think of, whereas my husband said, let's go for a hike around McDade. Not the same.
Right.
Not the same.
That's a walk. Let's just take a walk.
That probably is.
Right.
And but then he says we can take the dogs, and that's just chaos because they can go into, well, it's actually Gina's the wild card. Pumpkin, she's fine. But put Pumpkin and Gina together, they cannot stop. They cannot chill. Anyway, side note. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
All right, so that was our dreamland all over the place and a little technical problems in between. So Jen went off to New Zealand. I stayed home. She does go abroad quite often. This broad goes abroad. Ah! She's doing it. She does the freeze face, the laugh freeze. That's
and Meredith cannot. She just cannot.
I can't, but it's also because I don't like a lot of dead air. But you're right. You're right.
Anyway, moving on.
She's so funny. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're coming back. Stick around. Grit and Grace with Jennifer and Merideth.
Thank you for checking out this production of Lone Star Community Radio. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station. Don't forget to check out this show and many others across the Lone Star Community Radio Network, either live on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, the Lone Star Internet Radio app, or irlonestar.com's live audio stream, and on replay on podcast, Channel 12's Our City TV in Conroe, or Channel 21 KVQT in Houston, and of course their YouTube channel. This production is copyrighted and all rights are reserved by Lone Star Community Radio. Have a question regarding this program? or other Lone Star Community Radio shows? Want to sponsor or start your own show? Call the station message line at 936-647-3776 or email the station at lscrstudios@gmail.com.